Lindsay Dibble.
Lindsay Dibble.
Yes.
Where do you live?
I live in Fairport.
Fairport.
Yes.
What is your profession?
Profession right now, I would say grad student, and I work at a child care center.
And your gender?
Female. If that's that.
Educational background?
I did my bachelor's in psychology at St. John Fisher College, and I'm currently doing my master's at St. John Fisher for elementary and special ed.
So, I'm guessing you go to St. John Fisher for college.
Yes.
You like it there?
I do. I love it. I transferred there, so.
Where do you go before?
Before that, I went to Point Park University, which is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh. So, why did you choose the college you are in?
I have family that lives up here, so I was kind of deciding where I wanted to go from where I was at. And my family talked me into doing a tour of St. John Fisher, which I took a tour, and I liked the campus, I liked the area, and everyone was very inviting. So I think it was, the main part was the people, professors, advisors, made me want to go there.
So is this the first time you left home?
Well, the first time I left home was when I went to Pittsburgh. So I'm from a small town outside of Erie. So leaving there to go to Pittsburgh, though, was a huge deal.
Did you have a job, or did you have any type of work while in high school?
Yes. I waitressed at a pizzeria down the street. I've always worked and gone to school, so.
What pizzeria?
It's called Little C's. You've probably never heard of it, just because it's outside of Erie.
How did you react to the responsibility of being in college?
My reaction is that it takes a lot of responsibility. I don't think you realize it until you actually get there. It's hard to explain exactly what college ready means. You know, we all have different opinions and different views, but I think I kind of realized the responsibility from my first college when I went. I kind of thought it was more of a time to have fun, and I went there to play basketball, and that was more of what it was about for me until I transferred here to Fisher, and then the people and everyone made me want to do better, and I just kind of realized how much of a responsibility it is on yourself to figure out what you want to do, to figure out why it's important. I think that basically is it for that one.
Were you ready for college?
I don't think so.
No.
No, because when I first started, I didn't really care. I didn't even know why I was there, honestly, or what I was going for. I was mainly there for a sport, so I kind of focused on that rather than the academic aspect of it, which if I was more knowledgeable or someone kind of told me more about the importance of it, I would have taken it more seriously.
So if you had to do it over again, would you change anything?
Yeah, I would have tried harder, and I would have taken the time to pick out my own courses rather than have someone pick them out for me, and really thought about what I wanted.
Who was your toughest teacher in high school?
Mr. Anderson.
What subject did you teach?
Social studies.
Social studies?
Yeah, American history.
How did he help you prepare for college?
Just constantly challenging me. Nothing was ever easy. You know, there's always certain, I guess, teachers or certain ways you can kind of, one's easier than the other. But with him, it was never an easy assignment. You always had to work for it or find the answer, but it was helpful in the end. It made me learn more rather than other subjects where I'm kind of like, what did I really learn in that class?
So what skills did you learn in high school that helped you prepare for college?
In my high school, I'm trying to think, we had a couple courses that were offered. You didn't have to take them, but they were basically classes that taught you how to manage money and write a check, and taught us a little bit about like student loans, how they work. I think those things really helped me realize the financial aspect of everything, how that works, and how you don't have to pay this huge amount up front no matter what the number says on the paper for college, you know, you take out loans and this is how you pay them back, and while you're in school you defer the loans. Just learned a lot about that stuff through that. As far as getting ready, I mean, we got to do different college tours, so that was always nice to be able to see what college campuses look like, dorm rooms. And then we did a couple surveys on, I guess, the career that we wanted and what we might want to go to college for, which is kind of helpful.
Are you glad you took those classes?
Yeah, I'm glad I took the financial ones just because I learned a lot about just like having good credit and things that you don't realize are important until you're in the real world and working and grow up and realize all the responsibilities you have.
In the beginning, yes, but I usually work my schedule around spring.
What skills do you wish you had learned before college?
I wish I learned better studying skills, I guess, if that makes sense. I never was really a big person to study. I kind of just either reviewed something right before a test or had different ways of teaching myself. I wish I knew different ways to study or to keep me engaged in studying so that I could do better on exams and different tests.
So how often do you study now?
Now, it really depends on the class. Right now, honestly, the 2 courses that I'm taking, it's not so much studying, it's just more of outside work, just reading like the books that I have to read, and right now we have to write an autobiography, and we have to do an identity box where you kind of put in different things that will let another student or teacher learn more about who you are as a person. So outside of school, I spend a lot of time doing actual work, but in grad school it's not so much of test or midterm or final. It's more you're an adult and you know they have a workload for you, but it's not anything crazy to study. You want to just know, when you get to grad school too and you know what you want to do, you want to learn about that actual subject. So you want to read and you want to know what you're reading, because if you don't, you're only hurting yourself in the long run. If I went into a school and had to observe or teach a lesson and I didn't know what was going on, I'm only embarrassing myself or hurting myself. So you realize that as you get older.
What advice do you have for high school students to prepare for college?
I would say to, I guess, learn more about yourself, who you are as a person, like your strengths, your weaknesses, and find out, you know, your weaknesses. How can you get better at those, or find out what you don't know about college that you really do need to know to actually succeed. Or I would say find a mentor or a person that has gone to college and been successful in that, and like sit down with them, ask them questions, and learn from that. And as far as the whole, I would always recommend to anybody to take a class on like finances and money, so you really can learn the process of like good credit and financial aid and how loans work and how important it is to be able to take out these loans and be able to pay them back with the job that you're actually going to school for. So that's probably what I would say.
Anything else that you would like to say about being college ready?
College ready is a huge thing. I just think that it's crazy to me how it's such a big term and it's used throughout the world, but people really don't know what it is or what it means. It's I really don't think I knew about college readiness until I got to, not my first college, but my second one at Fisher. And I actually learned from the people around me and the advisors and all the teachers. They wanted me to do well, which pushed me to want to do well for myself. And as well as my peers, the first college I went to, nobody seemed to really care or know what was going on or just get a C and get by and do whatever they had to do. But at Fisher, everyone wants an A and everyone wants to do well and everyone wants to see you do well. And it's really inviting and it makes you just want to be a better person. So as far as being college ready, I'd just say you got to find it in yourself. It's all about you as an individual, and and being responsible and realizing that there's so much to offer in the world and that you're fully capable of doing anything.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And I hope you have a great night.
Thanks.